Hello, welcome to Pro Gaming Vibes. In this video, I will talk about the bad hypercharges and its remedies. So let's start. First is the Primo. Primo one, if you see the hypercharge, then it hits the hypercharge, then it attracts enemies. The radius is much smaller, which should be bigger. For Primo, the radius should be made bigger. The second one is for Tick. When Tick releases his head in the hypercharge, it's not high health. The head has not much health, so the head health should increase. So this is the remedy for Tick. The third one is for 8-bit. For 8-bit, the turret, the damage of the turret should get a buff. So it will be more good for 8-bit. So the remedy for 8-bit is turret lasers damage should get buff. Then the next one is for Jackie. For Jackie, if you see when Jackie hits the hypercharge, then it slows down the enemies and attracts it, but it also should stun the enemies. So it will be much more good for Jackie. For Jackie, the stun should be there. Then the next one is for Nanny. For Nanny, when it releases pip, the pip should escape the wall. That means it should go through the walls. That is the remedy for Nanny. It will be much more powerful. Then the next one is Bell. For Bell, if you see, then I think the hypercharge should be changed. It should be like this. When it really uses its hypercharge, then it should be able to hit three supers. Three super, it will be moving around towards the target. That will be good for Bell. Then the next one is for Pearl. The Pearl, when it uses hypercharge, then the area of the hypercharge should be much bigger. The radius should be bigger. It will be much more effective. So for Pearl, the radius should get bigger for the hypercharge. Then the next one is for Genie. When Genie uses hypercharge, it releases three hands. So instead of three hands, I think there should be one hand which will be homing around the enemy, and it should be able to catch it within its range. So for Genie, there should be one hand which should be homing around to catch the enemy within range. Then the next one is for Sprout. Sprout, there should be three supers when it uses hypercharge. Then it will be much more effective. So Sprout, you see, it uses his hypercharge. Then there should be three supers. So the next one is for Charlie. When Charlie uses its hypercharge, is not much more effective. For Charlie, there should be, I think it gets the brawler inside the cocoon. There should be a damage to the brawlers of 5% at least, so that its hypercharge is much more effective. So there should be a 5% damage when the brawler gets inside the cocoon of Charlie. Then the last one is for Miko. For Miko, when it uses hypercharge, when it comes down, then it stuns the enemies for 1.5 second approx. So I think the stun time should increase so that Miko could use his jumping skill to attack the brawler. So I think for Miko, the stun after using the hypercharge, it should be 3 second instead of 1.5 second. So make it much more effective. So that's it from this video. It showed you how the hypercharges could be much more effective for the 11 brawlers which I have said, so they become much more powerful.